been on a strict carnivore diet now for the last 45 days, which means no vegetables, no fruit, no grains, no coffee, or alcohol. What? Welcome to my channel where I document my health and wellness journey along with my biohacking experiments, all aimed at achieving optimal health and wellness over the age of 50. In this video, I will share my experience with the carnivore diet. Why did I choose to do it? What were my energy levels like? How long did it take me to adjust? Did I take any supplements? And will I continue on with this diet? What is the carnivore diet? The carnivore diet is an animal-based diet. That means you can have any type of meat, seafood, eggs, and dairy if you can tolerate dairy, which would be milk, cheese, yogurt, and kefir. Everything else you've been consuming is eliminated. Ooh. Why a carnivore diet? Well, carnivore diet is an elimination diet, and the idea is that you eliminate foods that you could have an allergy to or an intolerance to. And years ago, I started down the road of an elimination diet. I was struggling with autoimmune issues, gut issues, anxiety and mental health issues, also high blood pressure. I had a lot of inflammation in my body. And the first two things I took out were gluten and dairy. And when I did that, that did make a difference, especially with my autoimmune issues, things like my eosinophilic esophagitis, where I get food stuck in my throat. So I continued to remove foods. And as I did that, I kept feeling better and kept feeling more improvements in my health. In my previous diet, prior to this carnivore diet challenge, I was having meats, eggs, fruits, some tubers like sweet potatoes. I was having avocados, pickles. I was also having coffee. I was probably having maybe a cup a day, but I'd been tapering off that in the last month and transitioning to decaf coffee, trying to get the caffeine out. And I also was having alcohol, but that was only on occasions when we had to get together or if we went out to dinner. So I'd say maybe once at the most, twice a week with alcohol. I was feeling really good on that diet. And over the years, as I've removed things out of my diet, my blood pressure has come down, my anxiety's gotten better. So my hopes with doing this carnivore diet challenge, I wanted to see if by taking out those extra foods that I was eating that didn't categorize me as a full carnivore diet, if I had a noticeable difference or improvement from how I already felt. The biggest struggle for me in the first week was transitioning from getting my energy from carbohydrates that I was getting from fruit and now having to get my energy from fats. And that transition takes some time. Your body has to get into ketosis. So what is ketosis? Ketosis is when your body does not have enough carbohydrates for energy and it starts burning fat for energy, and that fat is turned into what's called ketones, a chemical your liver produces when it breaks down fats for energy. And that process of your body getting into ketosis takes time. So during that time, you're not going to feel great. So once your body gets into ketosis and you become fat adapted, that's when things change. That's when you start feeling better. I would say for me, that took about 2 weeks. Once I got to the third week, then I was feeling pretty good. Energy was good. I was working out regularly. And my energy felt really consistent, still does throughout the day. And you can also have some gut issues on this diet as your gut starts to adapt to the elimination of fiber and having more meat and fats in your digestive system. That also takes typically a couple weeks. Some people it's quicker, others it can be longer. For myself, that didn't take too long. I really didn't have any issues there because I was pretty much on an animal-based diet prior to this. Now you can experience some constipation on the carnivore diet. I experienced a little bit of that halfway through the diet. And if you do experience that, all you have to do is increase your fats. That's what I did, and that helps that. What about supplements? I know some proponents of the carnivore diet say you don't need supplements, especially if you're eating a variety of meat and including seafood. Eggs are nutrient dense, and then all the great nutrients that are in the fat. For me, I do take a few supplements like vitamin D, especially this time of year. It's wintertime. It's more overcast. I'm indoors more. I'm not getting as much direct sunlight on my skin. I also take an electrolyte supplement. For me, if I'm working out really hard, I'm sweating a lot, having a pack of electrolytes right after feels better to me. I notice the difference. I like the flavor. There's no carbohydrates, so I don't know. Maybe you can call it a cheat, but I do take electrolytes. And then I also take a desiccated liver supplement when I don't have fresh liver on hand. That's it for my supplements. Also, you want to be sure to stay good and hydrated, drink a lot of water. You want to do that on any diet you're on. For me, I started getting some leg cramping, and I realized that was from being dehydrated. So I increased my water consumption, got better hydration, and the cramping went away. I originally intended to do this for only 30 days. But when I got to the 30-day mark, I was feeling so good. My mental health was doing better. My blood pressure has been staying consistently low. My energy throughout the day has been feeling great. No more of these crashes and ups and downs. For the most part, I've been staying consistent daily, and I haven't been craving caffeine at all. So that is why I've continued on with this diet and made it now to day 47. So am I going to stay on a strict carnivore diet? I don't plan on doing this long term if I don't have to. And again, this diet is designed as a healing diet. By taking things out, let your stomach and your immune system reset, and then start reintroducing things and see how you feel. What I plan on doing is allowing myself to have some fruit, but I'm going to keep it at a minimum. I don't want to go crazy with my carbohydrate consumption. I'm going to try some avocado, pickle, and bring some of these things in and just see how I feel. If I notice a difference, then I'll take it back out. As for things like coffee and alcohol, I don't even crave coffee right now. And so I'm not worried about that, and I don't really care about the caffeine. If I do decide to have coffee, then I would just stick with like a decaf and use it as a cheat. And like with alcohol, I'm not going to say I'm never going to have alcohol again, and I'm just going to save it for like a treat. I'll use it for special occasions or if we're out with friends, and I'll just be smart about it. And I'm just going to base it on how I feel and how I'm doing. And I think that's the one thing with a diet like this, that it's okay to have a cheat here and there. You don't have to be so dogmatic to where I'm stuck and I only eat like this and that's it. Now, if you're the kind of person that has one little cheat and it just throws you off the rails, then okay, maybe you can't. But if that's not you, then allow yourself to have a cheat once in a while. It's okay. Just stay on your diet, stay good with your diet, and then on occasion here and there, have a cheat. That's what I'm going to allow myself to do. That keeps me sane and I'm not going crazy. So if we have a birthday party and someone's having some cake, if I want to have a bite of that cake, I'll buy the cake. But that's it. I'm just not going to make a habit out of these things that are going to be inflammatory or detrimental to my health. One of the big things I've really learned from doing an elimination diet like I was doing in the past and a strict carnivore diet like this is that food is very impactful on our health and how we feel. And some people can tolerate more than others. Everybody's dietary needs are different. There's not a one size fits all. You have to find out what works for you. But if you've got autoimmune issues, high blood pressure issues, mental health issues, and you haven't tried an elimination diet, I would highly recommend it. I've had doctors in the past tell me there's nothing you can do. It's all genetic. Well, they were wrong. And making these changes, these eliminations from my diet, has made a difference. If you'd like to do more research on the carnivore diet, go online and check out people like Dr. Robert Kiltz, Dr. Anthony Chapey, Dr. Sean Baker, Dr. Ken Berry, Dr. Paul Saladino. They all have great content online related to the carnivore diet and this way of eating. All right, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Live life, be awesome.